Hi, my golden people. Many of life's failure are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. If you're watching gold right now, it took a lot of faith, a lot of grace, a lot of hard work, dedication, resilience, a lot of determination for gold to become a reality. Yes, a lot of people are paying the price for you to be inspired, for you to be empowered, for you to be educated, for you to be appreciated, for you to be better and live in a better society. Are you ready to go for gold? If you're ready, and I'm ready, you're highly welcome, be greatly inspired. Let's go for gold.
Until today is my best moment of my life, just because of one angel, Mr. Bruno Guido. And I never met him again. I met him once in my life.
Beautiful quote. It's a bit sexist, but it says, the reasonable man adapts himself to the world, but the unreasonable man adapts the world to himself.
When we come from broken, traumatic backgrounds, helping others rise helps us heal that broken part of ourselves.
The reason most people never reach their goals is that they don't define them or ever seriously consider them as believable or achievable. As for our winners, they can tell you where they're going, what they plan to do along the way, and who will be sharing the adventure with them. Our golden champion of the day is here. Listen, learn, and be inspired. We do not ever want to witness anything like the Rwanda genocide ever again. She survived the war, and her emotional story on gold will uplift your spirits and give you hope. We appreciate stories that shine through adversity. Our champion grew up with little access but unlimited vision. She reminds us that poverty, wars, oppression, hopelessness is not a permanent address. It is a chapter, not the whole book. Be inspired as Aloysie inspires.
My name is Aloysie Benit. I'm Australian, originally from Rwanda, living here in South Africa. I'm the founder of Refugees Beyond Borders and Aloysie.com. I'm so happy to be here on gold. What do I remember is fear. That first thing comes to my mind. I'm trying to remember or to go back to that moment, which I don't usually go back, and I don't want to go back. But what comes to me first is the fear and uncertainty, not knowing what is coming in 1 minute. We're not talking tomorrow. Tomorrow, thinking about tomorrow will be a luxury. It's thinking about next minute, next hour. It just really was like tough. Actually, now when I look back, I ask myself, how am I here? How did I get here? And it's just amazing. It was just struggle after struggle, pain after pain, difficulty after difficulty. It's like, I don't know how people go through this. And I'm actually not probably, I'm not the only one who went through that, and there's many people right now as we're talking who are going through this. I don't know how they go through. I went through it, but I look back and I go like, I wouldn't manage this time. If it's happened again, I don't think I can have the will and the power to do it again. It was extremely difficult, unbearable. It's, I don't even have words to explain. It's tough. Relief. When did I find relief? Is 2 times. That's what comes to my mind. The first time is when I met, which also is another long story, a man called Bruno Guido. He was the president of United Nations for Refugees in South Africa. In 2000, that's when I met him. So I don't know how many years he was here. And he was the president for HCR for Southern Africa, I believe. And the moment I met him, I had hope. I have never given up in my life, nor thought about giving up. But sometimes the circumstances and the situation was so difficult that you just feel like maybe I'm almost reaching that point, which I never reached. I was at that point of, I haven't reached this, but I could feel it's beyond my capacity to handle. And I met that person in the headquarters, if I recall very well, is in Tramshed, no, Pretoria, headquarters of the United Nations, because I ran from Tramshed with my hands, my shoes in my hands, crossing the highways and the roads. I didn't even care whether it was green or red, going there. So it's another story. But when I reached the headquarters and I got opportunity to meet with him, I felt a first relief in my life. For so many years, I've not felt like I'm going to survive any longer, that I'm going to be there for even next day. And meeting him and his team, because I met also, his secretary was called Victoria Stoffel, a lady, South African lady. And in that office, there was a man, if I recall well, his name was Bart. Those people changed my life. They gave me hope. So that was the first relief that comes to my mind. The second relief is when Bruno Guido, his team, again, of UNHCR, gave me opportunity to go to Australia. I got a permanent residence, and they handed this to me. Actually, that is the second relief. That was ultimate. But even when you get a relief, but you haven't left, you get a permanent residence, but you haven't boarded the plane, you have a hope, but you're still doubting, fearing, or if, because you have met so much setbacks, so much pain, that you don't even believe that something wonderful can happen. And now, I will call it the third relief, was the day I entered the Qantas aeroplane of Australian Airlines. Until today is my best moment of my life, just because of one angel, Mr. Bruno Guido. And I never met him again. I met him once in my life. Let's say 2 stages. I had the success having 2 different meanings. When I was in struggle, to me success was having money. That really what was success. If you ask me what is success, is having a nice car, having money, being super comfortable, you know. So that was success. Today, no, I have a different way I see life. I think it's through experiences and being able to be in a position where food is no longer the issue for me. So it's not, that time I needed necessity, basic. I needed water, I needed food, I needed shelter. Today I have that basics. So to me, what is success now? I believe success is when you find satisfaction in your life, whether you have money or not. That is success. The moment a person is content with whatever they have, understanding that what they have is a reflection of their own efforts and maybe their own path. Because sometimes we put effort, but we don't pass in the right path, or we don't meet the right angel, and then maybe we don't reach. But it's being content to say, I have done the best I could have done, and that's what I have. Like no regrets, kind of. Content and ambition is 2 different things, and together they're friends. They work together. There's no one without another. No ambition, no life. No content, no life either. So you have to have both. Inner success. Happiness is not from outside success. But I'm not saying also one can have both also. But happiness is from inner success. The one inside which makes you feel like, I have no regret.
Be grateful for life, be thankful for life, and never let the things that you want to make you forget the things that you have. Thank you for being at the right place to be. Let us go for a short and inspiring break on Gold. Gold returns in a moment. Never underestimate the difference you can make in the lives of others. Step forward, reach out and help. Every day, reach out to someone that might need a lift. The reason is simple. Every charitable act is a stepping stone towards heaven. I know your heart is golden. Mine is golden too. Let us help somebody today, tomorrow, and every single day.
My name is Steve Carver, and I would just like to say what an honor it is being with you guys and being on Gold. It's like meeting kindred spirits. We're all on the same journey, and it's so nice that you guys are vuvuzelaing the good news across Africa, and it's a celebration to you as well. So I'm super excited to be with you. Thank you so much. What we started, and Mandela gave us some incredible wisdom, is we started a business called the Win-Win Group that grew out of doing educational theatre, and he said, Steve, remember this bicycle. One pedal, you always do something to be the best in the world. You want the Olympic gold. Go for profit, go for all of these things. But the other pedal is not 3% CSI on your profit, it's 50%. Half of what you do must be building the community so that the community thrives, and half of what you do must be to be the best in the world. And that pedal system, he said, if you're an NGO, you're going too much this side and you'll lose excellence, and you'll bring Africa down from being excellent to mediocre. If you're only interested in money, you will lose the passion of the I can and the ability to bring the best talent into your business. And so we use this system inspired by Mandela in how we run our businesses. So we've always been a hybrid business. Half of what we do is social development and half of what we do is for profit. And we're proud to be for profit because it's almost like a religion. You can't be saying, I'm going to go and teach people to be an entrepreneur, but actually I'm begging at the same time. And so entrepreneurs are not beggars. They're dignified hustlers looking to make a break and build really great enterprises. This is ancient stuff. You know, our mothers used to sing about rockabye baby on the treetop, the wind will come and the cradle will fall. They were telling us the truth. You know, down comes baby and all, because it's not a mathematical equation that life works perfectly. It's a winding river. We've got highs and lows and you name it. And life hits us at a point blank range. Crises happen all the time. But it's really our ability to deal with those crises that makes us more creative. And so one of the things that we talk about is failing forward. The most important thing is your bounceability. When you're down, bounce back. Get up again. Keep going. Because when you're in that moment, and this is a terrible story, but I'll tell you, is a guy tried to commit suicide on this Krugersdorp highway, and he got this BMW, and life was so bad that he put the pool thing from his exhaust, and he blacked out, and when he woke up on the side of the highway, and he hadn't died. Someone had stolen his car. It was running. So just when you think it's bad, it can get worse, I promise you. But the nice thing is, how do we bounce back? Because these are the lessons that make us stronger. It's a beautiful quote. It's a bit sexist, but it says, the reasonable man adapts himself to the world, but the unreasonable man adapts the world to himself. Therefore, all innovation and all progress is entirely dependent on the unreasonable man. And I love that, because I think what we're taught to be good, the perfect citizen. Well, if you are on a social grant, you're not looking after your health, you're not being enterprising, you are a liability to your nation, not an asset. And we need everyone in Africa to be an asset to their nation, to their country, to their tribe, to their flag, because it's Africa rising time. It was a beautiful story of two sons that was a shoe salesperson, and he sent his sons off to explore the world. And the one came back, he said, no, I've been to Africa, no one wears shoes. And the other son came back, he said, you won't believe I've discovered a continent and no one wears shoes. Bring all stock immediately. Let's go. And so the same thing is, I think that we choose to be a victim or we choose to be the victor. And so my message to Gold is, you guys have got the gold. Pick up these stories and spread them and spread them and spread them, because these gold nuggets are insights for everyone.
Flora Edwards says, in helping others, we shall help ourselves. For whatever good we give out completes the circle and comes back to us. Be inspired by the golden nugget of the day. Help somebody today.
This is Alison Meyer. I'm also known as Mama Gold, and it's wonderful to be back on Gold. And here is another golden nugget. In helping others, we heal a part of ourselves. Often when we come from broken, traumatic backgrounds, helping others rise helps us heal that broken part of ourselves. And so my greatest gift has been the gift of contribution, of helping others rise up, of mentoring young people, and of watching others grow and become butterflies. Butterflies that can no longer become caterpillars because they have literally changed their identity. And a butterfly cannot go back to being a caterpillar. And so my greatest joy is in giving back, because in giving back, I get to heal the wounds of my not good enoughness. And in every step of our journey as Soul Voice journeys, as a speaker, a writer, and a coach, I get to heal a part of myself every time I tell my story. Maybe your story can heal somebody else's brokenness, somebody else's disappointment, somebody else's betrayal, or somebody else's night of wanting to end it all. Maybe your voice can be the catalyst for them deciding to stay and to make a difference. That's what contribution does. It comes full circle so that we build one another up in circles of hope, in circles of healing, and in circles of creating a different country, a different landscape, a different community, the hope of a nation trying to heal. I'll see you next time on Golden Nuggets.
My golden viewers, rise up and achieve greatness through a dint of hard work, dedication, sheer providence, and with the help of Almighty, the Most High. Let us go for another beautiful break on Gold, and when we come back, we'll dare to do the undone right here on Gold. Keep it here and keep it golden. My beautiful people with beautiful souls, let me say this again. Those who reach their destination use determination that is born from inspiration. The average is only consumed with today, but our champions are obsessed with tomorrow before it comes. Therefore, they plan for it. There is absolutely no way possible for you to become a champion without having to gain victory through trials and tribulations. Our golden champion of the day is still here. Our champion is our witness.
It always seems impossible until it is done. Why do I like this quote? Because it tells you that there is no limit. Anything one puts their mind to and they work hard, sincerely, truly, they can achieve it. I have seen myself almost buried underground. And today I see myself at the top. So happy. And as I said, talking about content and successful. Now, successful means different things to everyone, but I feel successful and content. And that is the most important thing. And another one is I never lose. I either win or learn. And that is my life. I always learn. My God, I keep learning. What lessons, you know? So to me, like, I would say, like, I like this quote. For me, the word is not to lose, but maybe I would say I never fail. So I see it in my head differently, the quote, resonate differently. So I never fail, because at least I'm trying. I'm trying and I'm trying and I keep trying. And I always believe it's not how many times you fail, but it's how many times you rise, which counts. And the third one, is education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. I like it because I believe truly in education. So now we're talking about miracle. Miracle do exist. And you asked me about my children. So I have two boys. One of them, so one is Jules. And so Jules Blondeau-Benit and Clément Blondeau-Benit. So in French, it's Clément and Jules. And Jules, who is 9 years old, is the world champion. Under 9 boys world champion. He was crowned on 31st of July this year, 2025, in the Northern Ireland at the Fardo Championship. It's called Laugh Earn Resort. So that's where the championship took place. And he became #1 under 9 boys champion in golf. And my 11 years old, he finished number 11 at the same tournament. Now, talking about miracle, that is the refugee who was having no home to sleep, who was homeless in Nelspruit in South Africa, who today can talk like my children are world champions in golf. Today you talk about so many people who are not satisfied. So many people want to commit suicide. They are feeling like failures. They're not achieving what they meant to achieve. Who set that benchmark of what would we have to achieve? And that's where partly there's many, life can't behave one solution, but that's partly one of the issue. People are using the benchmarks from the television, from the radio, from the newspaper, from the social media. That's the benchmark of success. They see a picture of somebody in a beautiful car, and they go like, I want that car. But the only thing we're failing to realize is how much work did that person put into, and how many years did the person put it to be able to take that true, beautiful photo. I will give you a good example, which I don't know the person in person, but I know because my children, my children's, let's say, heroes. One is Cristiano Ronaldo, another one is Tiger Woods. Because they used to be soccer players, and they're still soccer players, but they're pursuing the passion of golf as their career. But when you look at Cristiano Ronaldo, I read his books, though I don't know his real life, but you can see a guy who puts a lot of work in his soccer. I don't think those juggling comes from spiritual prayers and they fall to him. I think he had to work so hard. And he is working hard, it's clear. So now, when we see him in that beautiful clothes, beautiful car, the dream on social media, now we want to be Cristiano Ronaldo. But this guy started at the age of 12 probably, even less, to do soccer. Now he's in the 40s. Can you count how many years? At least 20, 30 years of hard work. Now, what advice would I give people who are feeling like giving up? No, this is too much. I just want to tell you, just set your own benchmark. What do you want to achieve? And make a plan to achieve it and work hard and be prepared to put many years in the hard work, which is not in the photographs. That is true sweat. You won't even put it in a photo. And you go out there and I promise you, you will achieve what you want, whatever you want. And of course, the hard work depends on what you want to achieve. If what you want to achieve doesn't require a lot of hard work, then put on the work which is required for that dream you're having. But there is no shortcut. Another thing which I think is positive going around the world is, that's for me, is the mixture. People are having a lot of intermarriage. Different nationality, different colors, different countries, even from same continent. But the more we can mix, the more we have less discriminatory mentality. My wish for God is just that many people will be able to listen to this kind of story, be inspired as the show intends to do, and go out also and inspire others. Get, from being, it's like a domino, a ripple effect. You get inspired from gold, you go and inspire others also in the world.
My beautiful golden viewers of gold, I hope we all know the mind is everything, and that we become what we think about? Do we also know that we are gifted for something, and that thing must be attained by all means? When I say by all means, it is not by hook or crook. It simply means by having trust in God. Because when we have trust in God, we have faith in God. When we have faith in God, we are ready to face the world. Facing the world means going for gold. I'll see you next time on Gold. Go forth and prosper. Go for gold.